So today we are going to see about the MapReduce pattern. So this is a topic which is taken under from the data analytics. So here we can consider this MapReduce pattern for the big data set. The we can collect if we from college answer sheet, it will be low when we focused upon for the university level. The question paper there will be nearly 10,000 students, and each students will write minimum 5 to 6 exams. So that's much of final exam papers will be there allotted. So the principal want to result quickly, but we have to check all those papers by teacher for the paper correction. It will solidly it will take 1 month. So the university created a smart plan that is called many teachers to help and divide the work. So in university there will be a 5 to 6 members only. So they are just planned how they called many teachers to help and divide a work into map and reduce. So this is exactly how MapReduce patterns works in the big stack data. So first, MapReduce is nothing but the principle is dividing the work. The principle is just dividing the work. Here the principle, here this MapReduce and the reduce stage, here this principle is reducing the work parallelly. So the 10,000 answer script into a bundle. So he just received it to a small set of papers, and every teacher checked only their assigned bundles and calculated mark for the each students. So many teachers working at the same time, parallel processing. So dividing work into a small part, and this which is combined, that is called as the map. So MapReduce. So what is this? Its origin is which is found by Google in 2024. This Jeffrey Dean have been the who was defined by the MapReduce. So it is the distributed data processing pattern which splits the image data into smaller chunks. So processes into parallel and then combines the result. So a programming model of for large scale data processing using parallel processing and distributed clusters. So parallel processing framework split task into smaller units, processors and Apache Hadoop implementations. So Apache Hadoop ecosystem which reduces the process. So here this is how MapReduce works. So here the input pattern is when the input map task and reduced task, it will be separated by two sets. So input splitting, distributed extension, shuffle and sort, reduce aggregation and output storage. So output storage, it will be processed by the Hadoop file transfer storage protocol. And next is for reduce aggregation, we used to generate the final output. So distributed executions make the map task run in parallel. So and divide data is divided into the blocks. So same as we have said by the papers. So paper bundles will be splitted to the all these stops, and each stops will calculate minimum of 100 papers to 200 papers, and they will be calculated and they will be put in the parallel work. So this data splitting and local processing and key values pairs are the process which generate intermediate results. The mapper runs on the data nodes. The input data divide into splits, and no aggregations is just transformation stage. So this Hadoop is used in the is a example for this transformation. So this parallel execution will simultaneously run across the clusters. So minimize the network's transfers by processing data where close to it. So this is the MapReduce architecture. So first the client will submit the job and configuration. Next is HTTP, that is stores the replicate data, and Yarn will use the manage the cluster resources, and next is application master which coordinates the job and execution, and third is mappers which process the input and splits into key values and process. So the principle divided here the MapReduce patterns will process them in parallel, work in parallel, and then also combines the results in final output. So this MapReduce patterns behind the job is splitting, working parallel, and combining the results. So client submits its job, resource manager starts the application master. So input data splits from HDFS, that is Hadoop data file transfer, file storage. So the mapper executes task executes in parallel and shuffle and sort phase, and reducer task executes. So the output returned to HDFS. So this is the how the job execution sequence will be worked through here. So next is going to see about the advantages of MapReduce. This is reliability, cost effective and scalability. So this is the technology we have used here. One is distributed processing model, two-phase execution, integration with HDFS, fault tolerance and resource management through YARN. So PIG, this is the map, one of the internal use of MapReduce. This is a high level data flow language which uses the Apache PIG, which uses the PIG Latin, which is a simple scripting language to process a large scale database. It simplifies the complex processing and it supports the structures and semi-structures data. So this is the Hive which represents as Apache Hub architecture. It scheme the data warehouse tools which mainly used to reporting and for real-time examples. Thank you.